Join in. We're live. Just turned it on, you know. Up here and skipped this morning. And then I went out and worked in the garden. And now I figured I'd come in here and do a live stream. I'm on 385. Kind of sounds like some of the skip has died down a little bit. Weird, it's got really quiet all of a sudden. Hope you guys are having a good day out there. We have really nice weather out here on the Gulf Islands. Sun and cloud and 60 degrees. So Pineapple Express weather system slammed our island. And when it slams our island, it brings nice, warm, moist weather with it. So it rained heavy overnight. Got up in the morning, the clouds parted, and it got really nice out. I'm on 375 right now. And it's funny how the skip just kind of really died down. 38, there's a few yahoos. Southwest Ireland, how's it going? I talked to Belfast, Northern Ireland this morning on the radio here. I asked him about Mount Stewart Gardens near Belfast. He says, yes. He says he knows about those gardens. He says his mom used to go to those gardens a lot. Lots of Belfast, too. Okay, let's see where we can talk here. See if we can right now. CQDX. This is UDX on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific, listening. I'm on 375. Hill Climber, 730, Vermont. Waving at you. I'm on 375, yeah. You know, this morning the skip was booming in from Europe. I turned the beam towards the northeast. I went Finland, Germany, Denmark, Corsica Island, UK, so England, Northern Ireland, and Scotland, and Italy. I'm trying to think where else I worked. Yeah, it was just booming in. Absolutely. I actually had to turn it off and go outside. There were so many stations in there from Europe. You have to be careful where you go in Belfast. I guess maybe it could be dangerous, eh? I'm not too sure. I've never been there, but I heard the gardens are pretty nice. Mount Stewart Gardens near Belfast. So I'm on 375, and we got somebody in there making a lot of noise right now. Terrible. See if I can talk to this guy. My palms are still growing this time. Yeah, same here too, growing like crazy. All the fatsia trees are blooming. It is 15, currently 15.1 degrees Celsius here right now. So very nice out. CQ, calling CQDX, calling CQ. This is UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Okay, QSY, Dallas. It's Dallas.
395 feet. I've got conditions out to Salt Lake City as well. But anyway, great to hear you, man. Sounding top shelf, QSL.
All right, UDX 347. Good to hear you out there, buddy. Sounding Q5 as usual there, Dallas. Funny, yeah, I just turned on the video gate here live. I was working a lot of Europe early this morning, and I actually had to shut it off because I needed to get some stuff done outside. So I was out working in the garden for a while, taking advantage of the nice weather. I figure I'd come back in here. It is 1 p.m. Pacific time here, and I'm nice to see a little bit of skip still rolling in. You still have mice. Get rid of those mice. Hey, Roger, on that there. Well, you're coming in real good. Hope all is well there. How's the better half doing? She doing okay?
Yeah, everything's going well. We went there a 1 week checkup just a few days ago, and everything's looking great. And we'll go back again in a few more days. So she's just kind of hanging out here on the couch. So we're down in the Radio Shack then. So she says hello and thanks for asking. QSL.
Hey, Roger, on that there, buddy. Well, we're sending positive thoughts her way. I know what you guys are going through, and hey, not a problem, man. She's going to be fine, and I wish her a speedy recovery all the way, bro.
Hey, we appreciate it, man. So, how you liking that thing? Well, you're tearing it up out there at Skip Land for sure.
Yeah, this 3-element works really well. I like it. You know, I talked to a guy in Alaska this morning up in Fairbanks, and he runs the same beam, and he said the problem with it up there, it gets to minus 50 below, and the ice and the snow really causes havoc on the beam. He also said some water can get inside the elements up there and freeze. It gets so cold and actually split the aluminum. I said, that's not really a problem down here.
Yeah, that's the little bit of cold, icy weather that we get here, which is just a few days worth here and there. Yeah, pretty much renders this being useless because your SWRs are through the roof because that ice freeze that makes everything have continuity. But it don't work that too much.
Yeah, that's like here too. I find when it rains, Dallas, the SWR will change a little bit. But like I say, I do have this this antenna tuner on it, and the antenna tuner really helps. Yeah, I'm on the 2980 with the D104, and I do have the microphone turned down, pushing about 200 whiskeys through it.
Oh, wow. Well, it's actually a little bit of a dive on it today. It'll be back and forth up and down. But you certainly did down there in Manchester, Tennessee, Joe. You can get on the band, make a little video game as well. I'll let you work in DX. I'm going to finish with it. Yeah, 49, 8, or 7. Manchester, Tennessee.
All right there, Dallas, UDX 347 down there in Tennessee. Thanks for the contact, buddy. Sounding good. Thanks for joining in the live stream video gate here. And I did shoot another one here with my camera so you can see how good you're coming in. I got her up to the meter. They're way up into the red, bud. Have a good day. And you take care. You and your wife take care, buddy. Like I say, positive thoughts your way. We'll talk again soon. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the site. Yeah, take care, buddy. Cheers and beers, bud. Got some, that's Dallas, UDX 347, Tennessee. Good guy. Hey, Joe in Canada, Rainmaker, New York, waving. Welcome to the weekend. Yeah, welcome. A beautiful day out here so far on the Gulf Islands. We're sitting at about just over 60 degrees, 60 degrees, but there is more rain on the way. We got the, it's called the Pineapple Express weather systems that come straight at us from the Central Pacific. And overnight, we probably had 3/4 of an inch of rain. Came down all at once, and I got up in the morning and those clouds parted. So I went out there and did a little yard work. It was quite nice. Got some stuff done and out of the way. And hopefully tomorrow I can get some more stuff done. I don't particularly like working in the rain. How's it going, Joe? Everyone, Horsefly 968, good to see you in there, buddy. And thanks for tuning in the stream. I was happy to get make contact with Dallas there, 347 Tennessee. Always good to hear my friend down there. He's booming in here as usual. We did have some Yahoo come in on the frequency there and probably start cause some H&D. But at that time we signed off, which was good. Nutty Razor Eye from the UK. Skip has died here now. EPN California Times. Maddie Fraser from the UK. Good to have you in there, buddy. I worked a couple of UK stations this morning. One of them was in a portable. I got his number here. I wrote it down. Where was it? There's Finland, Scotland, UK portable. 26. Where was it? Where's his number here? Just a minute. Where the hell is his number? I better have wrote it down. Hang on. I got to go look in my logbook. 26 World Radio 001. Sorry, he was in a mobile. Southwest coast of England. There we go. On channel 430. I'll tell you where we talked this morning. We talked to France, England, a couple of stations in England, Corsica, Scotland, we worked the 108 Echo Kilo 888. The video gate should be on here. Germany, Denmark, Finland, Italy, Poland, Northern Ireland, and then we worked a station in Fairbanks, Alaska. Now, where is that Poland station? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, we got that. All right. So anyway, thanks for tuning in the video gate here, guys. I appreciate it. Nottingham, Robin Hood. Nice. Nottingham Forest, right? Home of Robin Hood. Yeah, we worked Corsica. It's the first time I've ever worked Corsica, the island owned by France in the Mediterranean, which was pretty cool. I'm just trying to find that. Germany and 161. Oh, yeah, Poland. Poland. I got to get the number on that one. Shoot. I got to find that. 23, 24. Nottingham. Yeah, there's a lot of UK in there this morning. I like that European skip. You know, the beam really does help with the long distance stuff. That's for sure. I mean, I could get out with the verticals on it, the Omnis, but it just it seems to be a way better connection with the beam. I just want to see this guy's number here, or the thing on my camera here, 0023. 23 Scotland. Oh, shoot, I hope I did not delete that. I'll be very upset if I deleted that. Dallas, flat side to flat side. Good one, buddy. You're smoking in here. Smoking in here all the way, man. Okay, I just got to write this down here. 1 sec. How's the weather down in How's the weather down there in Tennessee today? You got pretty good weather. I imagine it's pretty warm down there. Damn it. I hope I shot a video gate of that. I'm trying to. This doesn't look good. I made a really good contact to Poland this morning, and I don't know if I actually have it on here. That's annoying. That's why I shoot videos with my camera too, but sometimes I forget to push record. My bad. That's what happens when you reach 59 years of age, right? Forget things. I'm only running 65 watts, and that works awesome, man. You're smoking in here. Weather's beautiful this time of year, 73. Love it. 73 degrees. See, that's why you got to love living at a more southern latitude. That is freaking awesome. Okay. I hope I have this on here. Let's see. Oh, man. I'm kind of worried about this. I might not have actually even shot that video gate. Oh, yeah, no, 73 degrees at this time of the year ain't going to happen this far north, Dallas. Like I say, it's just over 60 here, which is okay. Now it looks like the clouds are kind of rolling in. Wendy wanted to go for a walk, and I don't think I'm going to be going for a walk. I don't think I'm going to be going for a walk today because it looks like it is going to rain. Denmark, Poland, son of a gun. That is a bummer. Son of a gun, man. Nice and warm in Florida. Oh, Florida would be the place to be. Tennessee and Florida. I could totally relate to being in those two places right now at this time of the year. This time of the year, we get a lot of the rainy season up here on the Gulf Islands. So never really too bitter, but compared to Florida, yeah, it would be bitterly cold, unfortunately. But that's the thing when you live this far north, right? But it could be worse. I think the rest of Canada is probably shoveling snow right now. And that's a good place for it, but not here. I don't think I have a video gate of that. Unreal. Oh, man. That is a bummer. I'm just looking at something here on my camera. Oh, maybe I do. Okay. Okay, I do have it. Thank God. Okay. I do have the video gate of the contact I made to England, Denmark, Poland, and Germany. I have a lot of video gates that I still have to put on because some of them I do shoot with the camera. So anyway, I do find with this, when it rains out, the SWR does fluctuate a little bit on the beam antenna. It doesn't go too wonky, but it definitely is not a flat match anymore. So it really helps with this this automatic antenna tuner. Okay, there we go. All right, now I feel good. Anyway, I hope all is well where you guys are out in DX land. And I often see some of you guys commenting when I do pop up the other live video gates. Wagon Master 390, and then there's Dirty Diaper 21 down there in South Carolina. Wagon Master Mike, he's in Utah, and then of course there's CB Lounge 21 Reese in Carson City, Nevada. So there's a lot of, oh, and then of course there's the Old Time Radio night too, and I think that's out of California. That's out of Southern California. So yeah, there's amazing how many video gate channels there are on YouTube, right? I started shooting video gates here at least 11 years ago, something like that. And I do actually have some on my other channel as well. Although my other channel is more aimed towards palm trees and exotic gardening. But there are some video gates on there from a long time ago. So this one here, I do have a lot of gardening stuff on it as well. But then I kind of just switched it over to total straight video gates, 100% video gates about, I guess, 2 years ago, something like that. So once in a while, if you see a random video that's not a video gate, that just kind of breaks up the monotony of video gates, right? So an odd random video once in a while will never hurt. Anyway, I'm going to turn on this radio, turn it up, the volume. I'm on 37. If anybody wants to call, make a call on 375. We will listen for you. And you can make the gate, and we will put your name or your number in the title of this video gate, all right? So Dallas, he's got his number in the title of this. He's the only one that contacted me on this video gate. So Dallas, your number will be on this video gate title. Anybody else want to make a try to come through and make contact? I'll call for you. Listen for me. I got the beam facing southeast, so if you're out there, hopefully you can hear me. CQDX. This is UDX 791, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Hey, World Radio 8200, we got you. Daytona Beach, sounding good. Right on. Yeah, World Radio 8200 Daytona Beach. Thanks for popping in the live stream, buddy. We got you in there, and your name will be on the title of this one. You made the gate. All right, thanks. World Radio 8200 Daytona Beach. Cheers, buddy, and thanks for tuning in. I'm glad I could hear you out there down in sunny Florida. 791 Gulf Islands on the side. That's awesome. Okay. That's number 2. That's number 2 for the video gate. Thank you, World Radio 8200. That's awesome. That makes me happy. We got 2 people out there now that made the gate. I want to get you guys on these video gates. I'm on the Sigma Venom. Oh, yeah, you got a Sigma Venom. Hey, World Radio 8200, you sounded really good. 5 watts and the 4-element beam. Working for you, buddy. Often at night. So at nighttime, when the mainland U.S. skip fades away, we get nothing skip Central Pacific and South Pacific. So we're getting Hawaii, and also Southeast Asia, if you want to call it Indonesia, Philippines, Guam is Micronesia, Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania. And often I point the beam down there and I work it barefoot as well. But this thing on AM, I think puts out about, in sideband, I think it puts out about 25, 30 watts, this radio here. and on AM it's probably putting out about 10 or 12 watts, whatever. So I call that barefoot out of my radio, but your 5 watts on that 4-element beam is working good. Now, flat side, is your beam a flat side beam or vertical? And you know, at 98 horsefly or 968 horsefly, I really love my Sigma Venom. So let's turn off this. Here's a Sigma Venom. There's a Sigma Venom right there on the 458, and it definitely is picking up a lot more because it's it's a vertical. Okay, well, you know what? I didn't have a problem hearing you, buddy. 8200. I mean, we did have some other stations in there, but you were fine. You're coming through nice, and up about 10 S units there. So 5 watts. You don't have to have a lot of power if the conditions are right and you're running a decent antenna, because that beam antenna just magnifies your power, right? I knew a guy years ago, a friend of mine. This is going back like 1980, 81. He put up a 4-element moonraker on where I used to live, southeast of Vancouver, and he had it up about 40, I guess it was a 40-foot tower, and he had some mast on there, a little bit of mast with his rotor, and never had any power. He ran it through a Midland radio, talked everywhere. Anywhere he wanted to talk with that Moonraker 4. Amazing antenna, just an absolutely awesome antenna. And, you know, there's still a few people out there that run those Moonrakers. There's a few people that still run the high gain penetrator, to run one of those in the late 70s. And then, of course, the super scanner. I still talk to quite a few people that run those super scanner antennas. And for those of you that don't know what a super scanner is, it's like this 3-element beam without a rotor. And you actually have the switch box, and it can switch to all 3 or each individual element. And it also can make it into an omnidirectional. It also has a switch where it can go omni mode, which is a pretty cool antenna. I don't remember who made it. Maybe it was made by Avanti, but a very interesting antenna. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. It's called a super scanner antenna. And it had 3 elements vertical, like this, here, and here. And well, be good if we could see your radio in the other. So the signal's coming. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm running on? I'm running on an old school Toshiba laptop computer, Maddie. It's an old school PC, and it's running a little, webcam. It's got a webcam built into it. It's not the greatest computer, but it still works. And I am very far from the router / modem. So if it does lag sometime, it's because I'm probably 70, 75 feet away from the rotor in an outbuilding here. I'm about 40 feet away from the house in this 8x8 radio room that Wendy actually built. Wendy built this radio room, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm going to go out right now, and I like to do that once in a while, and I like to unplug this, and I like to take it outside. Now, I'm going to get out there before the rain starts again, because it does look like the rain is going to start up again. The clouds have come in. So here's the radio room. Here's my messy radio room, right? So you can see what's going on here. This is what it looks like. You can see everything, what's going on in this cluttered radio room. It's a man cave, so I really don't care. You know what I mean? But, and then you can see here, just all my junk. I got lots of junk in this radio room. So let's go outside here. I'm going to leave the door open because it's so mild. The frogs are giving her out here. Lots of frogs. So there's the front of the radio room right there. All right. That's the front of the radio room. And then the side of the radio room, it's like a freaking jungle in there. It's hard to see out. It's surrounded by plants and stuff. There's the beam up there. I don't know if my webcam will pick that up. There's the 3-element Yagi for people that are just tuning in. And then Sigma Venom is there. There's the Sigma Venom antenna, 5/8 wave. And there is the IMAX. I actually work a lot of Hawaiian skip on that IMAX. There's the IMAX 2000 right there. And then we have the Antron. The Antron is way over there. I don't know if you can see the top of it. It's 100 feet away from my radio room, right? So I should have my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. So anyway, this is what it's looking like out here today on the Gulf Islands. And actually, we still have a little bit of blue sky up there, but I think it's going to be gone soon. And then things are looking pretty green here, right? So this is what we look at here, this far north in this part of Canada, right? Pretty green place year round. a rainy season. This is our rainy season. There's the back of the radio room there. That shake building. Beside it is my shed, my little tool shed. And that's the building that Wendy built beside it. That one right there, that shake building. So that's the radio room. It's got a metal roof on it. It's pretty cool. And there's the beam up just around 30 feet. So we're going to head back into the radio room. And I need a Tennessee plate. That's what I need. I'm going to get a Tennessee and a Florida plate on there. We got a lot of plates. Here are the frogs. Hey, there's so many frogs out here. Okay, back into the radio room. Sorry to bore you, but I do like to show you what's going on this far north. Let's plug this back in. And let's get this here and plug this back in too. Plug in my mouse so I can control some stuff here. There we go. And get my glasses out of the way so I don't break them. All right. There we go. Now we can read. My eyes are shot for reading, man. I had these 2 lens implants over the last couple of years, so there's no lag between us, and I'm on the other side of the world. That's awesome, Maddie. Cool. Be good if we see your radio in the corner of the screen. I know it would be good. Yeah, the Sigma Venom does good. I'm happy with it. That Sigma Venom, and you probably bought it from the same place. I bought it from a place in England in the UK. I actually got my Serio. Yeah, that's not it. That's actually, let me hang it up for you. Let me hang it up for, well, there's 2 Union Jack flags here. That is actually, that's the Hawaiian flag. That's the Hawaiian flag right there, right? And on the other side is the British Columbia flag. So we have a Union Jack. That's our British Columbia flag. Our British Columbia flag's really nice, right? So that's our BC flag here. And then that's the Hawaiian flag right there. And the only reason I have a Hawaiian flag flying in here is because we have a lot of Hawaiians that live here on Salt Spring Island. The first settlers on our island, I'll give you a little history, were they came from Hawaii and they came from the U.S. Black Americans and Hawaiians. So really good book right here. This is the untold story of Hawaiian pioneers in British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest. So we have a lot of descendants from the early Hawaiian settlers here. Kanaka means Hawaiian. And the guy that wrote this book actually lives on our island. So that's why we have a Hawaiian flag. And we have the American flag because I love my American friends. And right now I'd like to be in the States. If I could be in the States right now, living in the States with an open carry, I would be living in the States open carrying right now. You know what I mean? I'd be living in maybe Tennessee, Arkansas, Hawaii. I don't know if they have that stuff over there, but I like states in the Southeast myself. But maybe days I can go visit down there. I've always wanted to visit like Arkansas, Tennessee would be really good. I've been to Florida, Alabama, South Carolina, a lot of good places to visit down there and a lot of good people that think the same way I do, right? So anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I totally appreciate it. I'm going to go back onto the radio here. I'm on 375. So if anybody wants to make a call, pop in and say hello on this live gate. All right. It's funny, you know, the subscribers on this channel seem to be going up faster than my main channel. So that just goes to show you there's still a lot of people that are interested into radio, you know, all this radio stuff. You know, I thought people were kind of getting out of it, but it seems like more people might be getting to it, which is a good thing. I've never got out of it. You know, that's one thing I never got rid of was my radios. I always kept my radios. I've always talked to my radios. We had a massive storm. Really? No way. Well, we had rain overnight. We had the Pineapple Express come through here, and it is still Pineapple Express. It's over 15 degrees Celsius here, so it's quite nice. I was out overwintering the palm nursery this morning. What I do to overwinter our palm nursery is rake up maple leaves. More still have to fall, and I just kick them around the pots. That's it. So CQDX, Northern Illinois, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Force, no way, Cyclone, that's brutal, dude. Calling CQ. This is UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. $325 Pensacola, Florida. 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific waving. $791 Gulf Islands on the side. Not a whole lot of skip on 37. 138 wins. Whoa. That is brutal, man. That is brutal. Your Bearcat rocks in the yeah, the little Bearcat is amazing. You know, that's the Bearcat that was actually in Wendy's SUV. So she had a Honda CRV. I put that Bearcat in there a couple of years ago. I bought it brand new. I got a good deal on it. It was brand new out of the box. And I put a little Tramp 300 mag mount on with a 200-watt RM 203P kicker. And I got out everywhere. But like I say, she got that new hybrid Toyota RAV4. And she didn't want any radios in there, so she gave it to me in the radio. Put it in the radio room. Hello, Different Gear TV. Good to see you in there, buddy. Thanks for popping in. 138-mile-an-hour winds, man. That's enough to rip some banana leaves. It wasn't too bad in London, but it was chaos. Sillies. I talked to England today. I talked to two stations. One station on the south coast of England and the one in Yorkshire. Good to see her back on the stream. Yes, we are back on the stream. In UK today, 11 a.m., 6 p.m. The radio's full of states coming in. Yeah, and the thing is here, Maddie, we had a lot of UK, a lot of Europe coming in, which is great. Roofs getting ripped off of the Channel Islands. No way. The worst hurricane force winds I've ever seen here was December 20th, 2018, man. They clocked 145, 147K winds out in the Juan de Fuca Strait there. It was brutal, man. We're in a pretty sheltered spot here. They were still pretty strong winds. It didn't damage anything where we are here, but on Salt Spring Island, there was a lot of trees down, a lot of trees on houses and cars, snap power poles, snap trees, but nothing here. It was almost like this tornado went through Salt Spring Island and carved a path. So nothing at this end of the island, but just south of me, that's where the damage started. 210K. I talked to France this morning too. Wow, they didn't even mention that. That's interesting. 200 km/h, 200K km winds. That's a lot of force behind those things, man. It's enough to bend someone's antenna over. I don't know what they do in the southeastern states when you got a tornado come through. What does that do? I guess it would just rip the antenna down. Tornadoes are brutal, and even hurricanes too. So I guess that's one disadvantage of living in places where they get tornadoes or hurricanes, right? It only affects Brittany and France. Okay. Yeah. We rarely ever get storms like that. I think the one before that was 1970. And then there was another one in 1962, Typhoon Frida. 1962, they called it the Columbus Day storm on the coast of Washington and Oregon. And up here, they called it Typhoon Frida. And it was a bad one. It caused a lot of damage. People died. And you can look that actually up on YouTube. There are actually Super 8 videos of it, black and white, no sound videos of Typhoon Frida that ripped up the coast here of British Columbia. Hopefully not too many antennas were harmed. Yeah, that would damage antennas. 138K winds. I'm sure that would damage an antenna. Let me put this thing down so I can see outside. I've never ever had an antenna damaged by wind here. Never. It's so sheltered where we are here on this island now. We're the farthest south west of the Gulf Islands. So Salt Spring Island, where I live, actually, I probably have a map of it here. I do have a map. Where's the islands? Oh, there we are. Oh, this is a really good map here. Okay, so I'm going to show you where we live. So this is our island right here. I live right there, right on the very northern tip. This big chunk of land, that's actually Vancouver Island. That shelters us from any harsh Pacific storms that come off the open Pacific Ocean. These are the outer Gulf Islands. Okay, these are the southern Gulf Islands, the one in dark. I'm on the southern Gulf Islands. These are the San Juan Islands. So San Juan Islands are in here. This is U.S. This is all U.S. Over here. That's actually U.S. there. And that's Canada up there. But U.S. is like right across from us. So we're very, very sheltered. These outer islands actually buffer us from winds coming off of this part of the ocean here. And anything coming off the Pacific, open big storms are sheltered. This Vancouver Island shelters us here on Salt Spring Island. So there's these are the other Gulf Islands here. There's lots of them around Galiano, and then there's Maine and Pender and Saturna and all that stuff, right? So there we are. That's our Gulf Island. The only reason I saved that, you can see, and this is all U.S. This is actually the United States in here, and yeah, that's United States. That's all United States in there. There you go. Better save that. Then it just explains things easier. I like you got your. Oh yeah. I was out because I was working in the garden. I got my Felcos on. I was down in the palm nursery and I was cutting off a few dead palm fronds. Well, actually, I have to cut more palm fronds off. Dead ones only. Only remove dead palm fronds. Do not remove live palm fronds. I wear these to work every day too. If you watch this video, you can see the tornado in the background on Jersey, the Isle of Jersey. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let me hit that link there. If we had a few cold nights, we get ice during the winter. Hopefully this winter. Well, it's an El Nino this year, 968. So hopefully milder winter. We don't get any ice storms here. That's one thing we never, ever get on the Gulf Islands is ice storms. But on the mainland, southeast of Vancouver, you go about 30 miles southeast of Vancouver, they can get some ice storms out there. And I remember 2 ice storms when I lived out there. And that's only 6 miles in from the ocean. The climate starts to change quite a bit once you get away from the Pacific Ocean here in British Columbia. The winters are colder. You can get more snow. You can get some of those silver thaws, those ice storms that cause a lot of damage. Out here on the islands, the climate is so much different. Even than the mainland, it's different because we have the ocean around us that really regulates the air temperatures. So there's winters here where we get no snow. There's winters here where we can get some snow. And it never really lasts long when we do get snow because it turns to rain. But ice storms, no, we don't get. Hail is very rare. If we do get hail, it's very dinky, tiny little hailstorm. And thunder and lightning storms are very rare out here as well. So I would say the weather here on the Gulf Islands is very boring. Either rain or it's sunny and dry or cloudy, right? So hopefully this winter is going to be a mild one for everybody because of El Nino, right? That would be a good thing. I want a mild winter. So I'm on 375. I'm going to try calling. If anybody can hear me, get back to me. CQ, CQDX, CQDX. This is 791 Gulf Islands, UDX 791 Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
Gulf Islands in the North Pacific, you're making it to West Texas. This is 316 West Texas.
316 West Texas. You're sounding good here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Thanks for coming back to me, buddy. You're sounding Q5. Yeah, you as well. 316. No, Texas. No worries, man. You're sounding loud and proud as well. Cheers to you. Happy DXing. UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the site. 430 East Coast. 430. I think you did say. Bring it back. 430 on the East Coast. I think you did say Florida. QSL. 430. We're waving at you. East Coast. I think you did say Florida, man. You're making a trip here. Gulf Islands, North Pacific. 791 waving. Have a good one out there. 430 East Coast to Florida. 791 on the site. Have a good day, my friend. 013 Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 791 Gulf Islands. Waving right back. Yeah, you're sounding real good, man. You're loud. 013 Wisconsin. Have a good day as well, buddy. 791 Gulf Islands on the site. funny, man. It's kind of stir up a hornet's nest when you get in there sometimes. So anyway, let me read the mail here. Fun fact, UK, but England has the highest number of tornadoes in the world. No way, really? That's crazy. So I don't know if we get tornadoes. I've never seen a tornado here, but when we had that bad windstorm in December 2018, some people claim that was a tornado because it left a path of destruction in narrow bands. There were certain areas that were not touched, and there was other areas that were close by that were totally devastated. So 2 kilometers down the road from me, you couldn't actually get through the road. It was there was trees down, there was power lines down, power poles that actually were snapped in half. And up here, you wouldn't even know we had any wind. So could that be a tornado? Really, I live in the UK, never see a tornado. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I would have never thought there was tornadoes in the UK. That's very interesting. Here, I think maybe because we have too many mountains and hills. I always thought tornadoes liked it really flat. But how about in 101 Delaware, 101 Delaware, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. I got to put, you know what I need to do? I need to put Dallas in my logbook here. I didn't put him down. What have I done? Dallas, I forgot to put you in the logbook. You're on 370. I hear somebody out there calling 791. Bring it back. 791 Gulf Islands listening. Hey, 176 Mobile, 176 Mobile. We got you in there, man. You're sounding good. Hey, 176, 176, 791 waving. 176 Mobile, 176 Mobile. We got you, buddy. 791 out here waving back from the Gulf Islands. Turn up the power a bit. Hey, 176, is that a bit better? Can you copy us? 791 Gulf Islands. North Carolina Mobile or South Carolina? All right, North Carolina Mobile, you're making a trip, buddy. We're waving at you here from the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Have a good one out there in the Mobile and drive safely in North Carolina. 791 on the side. Cheers and 73s. 151, we're waving back. 151, 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Hey, good afternoon to you there, 791. I think it's afternoon there now. Hey, what's going on for the weekend?
Hey, it's a beautiful day out here at the moment. We got about 61, just around 61 degrees, but some clouds have come in there, and it is definitely afternoon. It's about 1:35 in the afternoon.
Copy that. Well, we're approaching evening over here, but we got 72 and sunny skies. It's beautiful here in South Carolina today.
That's where I need to be. I need to be in South Carolina. I've always wanted to go to Charleston, man. That looks like a really nice city.
Copy that. There's a lot of beautiful areas in this state, especially if you like golfing. If you're a golfer, there's a lot of places to go here. Hey, 791, I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great weekend and get a lot of ZX. You get 151 in South Carolina. I'll say 73.
All right, take care, buddy. Good to hear you out there, man. You're always sounding good as usual. 151 South Carolina, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the site. 4009. I think you did say Oklahoma. Yeah, you're sounding good too here on the Gulf Islands. All right. right there, Oklahoma station. Yeah, you as well. It's funny. You got really quiet, and all of a sudden it got really crazy. It sounds like somebody stirred up a hornet's nest. Hey, you have a good one down there in Oklahoma, my friend, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And enjoy the DX too. This is 791 Gulf Islands. We'll be on the side. Cheers and 7-3. Yeah, take care, bud. Have a great day. 791 Gulf Islands, QSX. Okay. Okay, let me read some mail here before I get too carried away. I just wanted to put Dallas down in my logbook here. All right. I've been talking to Dallas for a while now. I've worked Dallas UDX 347 in the portable. I've worked him many times in the portable, and I've worked him many times here. So he's got a great sound station out of Tennessee. CB Punisher, you're in there too. Good to have you in there. Waving, listening, 390 Utah Live Gate. Oh, is he live right now? Yeah, I was in his live stream the other night there. I like Mike. He's a good guy. He runs some good live streams there, and he's very knowledgeable. And I like his radio room too. It's very neat compared to my messy radio room. But I know where to find everything in here. For me, this is organized. I know some people came in here and be like, oh my God, look at all the knickknacks and junk. Well, this used to be in my man cave house before my wife kicked me out of here and kicked me out of my radio room in the house and put me out here into this 8x8 shed. She got sick and tired of listening to me babble in the house there when she's trying to relax and do her art. My wife is an artist, and she's more zen-y than me. She's just more into that zen stuff and just mellow. Me, I'm always cranked up. So only one coffee in the morning. Anything in the afternoon, I'm probably bouncing off the walls. So anyway, I can make as much noise as I want in this. I'm going to say it's pretty much soundproof. She probably made this thing soundproof so she didn't have to hear me, right? She actually made it for a studio, an art studio, a couple of years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago, she built this thing. There used to be like a lean-to coming off the side of the garden shed, my little work shed there, and a tree fell on it and crushed it. And she says, well, I'm going to make me a little art studio for painting. So she made this. She built it herself. I helped her with a few things, but 99% of it, she built it. I helped her put the roof on, helped her put the windows in, and I cut a hole there to put that window in there with a chainsaw. And everything else, she did herself, man. She's Wendy's that loves to build. And it's awesome to have a wife that loves to build, because I don't really like building. You know what I mean? That's her thing. So anyway, if she needs help doing stuff, I'll help her. But she likes to do most of the things herself. So she had this as her art studio for painting. And like I say, she got sick and tired of listening to me babble inside the house. And now I'm out here, and I was very reluctant to be moved to this radio room. But now that I'm outside in this radio room, I don't go in the house that much. I go in there to sleep, and I visit with her once in a while. But I'm out here talking to you guys more than I talk to her. And that makes her happy. She's in her nice, quiet art studio room in the far end of the house painting something right now. She's painting up a storm. You can check out some of her art on, she does a lot of, I think she does some short videos on Gulf Island Rock. She's getting ready for a art show coming up. So she's got lots of art on the go. That's what she does. She likes to paint and create art. The pressure here dropped to, oh, there's the sun. There's the sun. Nice. 95 was extremely low for during the storm. Wow. So it caused those hurricane-forced winds or typhoon, whatever you want to call it. That is crazy, man. Well, hopefully nobody died or anything in that. I'm down in this valley that one day at Walmart, I was like, man, no doubt I'd make contact, not giving all. Oh, wow. So you're down in a valley. Okay. Interesting. I'm 140 feet above sea level here. I own some land in upstate New York, close to Canada border. Anyway, I got a shipping container cabin I built for all included. Oh, that is cool. Those sea cans, I call them, CB Punisher, are amazing. Where I work, we have probably, let me just think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we have 12 shipping containers where I work. We call them sea cans, and they're amazing. You can actually make good chops. So we use them for storage at work, and you can get them pretty cheap too. So you built a container cabin. That is so cool. I love those container cabins. I've seen some of those on YouTube, man. People actually can build freaking houses out of them. Isn't that amazing? So that's the way to go. Those shipping containers, and yeah, we used to actually get them when I worked for the parks department. We had three of them. One was a soccer tube to put all the soccer equipment. Another big one for putting baseball equipment, and then there was a third one which was seasonal that we put behind the backstop to store some more baseball stuff. 16 people died. Ooh, that is not good in the windstorm. Good for you, CB Punisher. That's pretty awesome. Very, very awesome. Those to have a shipping container converted like that. That'd make a good cabin. Just have to insulate it and last forever. They're all metal. Ain't gonna rot, that's for sure. You can get used ones in New Jersey for $2,000. Wow, isn't that amazing? Took me 3 months. Frame the door. That is so cool, man. See, it's good to be handy. Do it yourself. Save a lot of money, and way cheaper than buying a and building a cabin. Right? Have you seen the videos of those? Oh, I've seen them. I've seen videos of those houses made out of I call them sea cans. People call them shipping containers. I call them sea can because they do go on. A lot of them go on like freighters and stuff like that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. You know, if I needed more storage, I'd probably get a sea can here. But a lot of people here on our island have these sea cans. And there's a guy here that actually has a company and he delivers them for you on his flat deck truck. So when I worked for parks, oh, sorry, we had three at one park and then we had at another park. And one of them we used to store all our fertilizer in. Fertilizer, and then another one we stored more equipment in and stuff like that. So very, very handy. We just had to put up some pier blocks or whatever, some blocks, and we sat it on the blocks, right? So very, very simple to install a sea can. You can wire them in. But three of our shops at work are sea cans. I think we have more than a dozen of them at work. Three of our shops where I work now are sea cans. Makes a great radio room. Feedback media keeps the radio signals out great for you can use mag mounted. Hey, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I never thought about that. You could use a mag mount antenna on there. From RF feedback, metal roof keeps the radio signals out. That is cool. Yeah, this is a metal roof on this building. This is a metal roof on the little building I'm at. Our house is metal roof too. Our house is metal roof. Our pump house is metal roof. We need to put a metal roof on the little shed beside us here. And where I keep my motorcycle, one of my motorcycles, I got to put a metal roof on that too. Definitely have to put a metal roof. Metal roof is the way to go. We had a metal roof put on our house, I think in 2000, maybe it was 2010, something like that. Was it 2010? Yeah, it was 2000, or maybe it was 2008. But way to go. They last a long time, the metal roofs, right? So what are we, 53 minutes and 16 seconds into the live gate here. And like I say, sun is shining. I may have to go out soon. Maybe I'll go for an hour or so, a little over an hour. And then I might have to head back out into the sunshine there and do some gardening. It is the sun is shining down now, busting through the clouds. The only thing better than is stone. Yeah, well, stone would be good too, but it's expensive. Yeah. There's actually, you know what else is on our island too? Rammed earth. There's a few actually more than a few rammed earth houses on our island. I don't know if you guys know what rammed earth is, but there's a guy on our island that makes rammed earth houses. So Randy Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, BTO, the rock band, he had this like 7,000 square foot rammed earth house just down the road from me here. He sold it and moved off of Salt Spring, I'm going to say 4 years ago. Him and Denise, they split up and Denise moved down to Southern California. I think she was originally from there. And I don't know where the hell Randy Bachman went. Made of stone. Yeah, there's not a lot of houses made out of stone here in Salt Spring. Mostly wood. There's some brick, but it's mostly wood here on Salt Spring Island because we have so much forest around us. You just have to chop down some trees and mill the wood. And a lot of people mill their own lumber here too. So, I mean, we could easily build a house with the forest we have on our property. We have lots of forest here on our property. That's how we heat our house. We heat our house with the trees we cut down here. And I start firewood every year. A lot of firewood we buck up and use to heat our house for the winter. But no wood stove on today. It's mild enough where we do not need the wood stove. It's absolutely beautiful out. The sun is shining down. And why am I in this radio room? Because I'm talking to you guys. I'm reading the mail right now. They don't build the new homes in the UK in stone, do they? Or just old ones and Boston cities? Yeah, and brick ones too. Lots of old. There's old brick homes around. Not on our island, but there's more. Probably more in Vancouver. Not a ton of them. There's a few brick ones. It's still mostly wood. Before London was developed, apparently the climate here was a temperature swamp. And some of the older houses too have that thatch roof in England, right? Like if you go out in the countryside, I think they used to make them out of thatch, right? And there's nothing like that here. Tile, duroid, cedar shake, metal, torch on gravel roof. That's the type of roofs you will see here on Salt Spring. Mostly metal roofing here on Salt Spring Island and duroid, right? And there's roll on too. That's the cheap way to go. Roll on duroid, and there's torch on. And like I say, ours is metal. I like the metal roof. Metal roof is the way to go, man. Last a long time. I don't think I'm going to have to change it in my lifetime, a metal roof. It's a great roof. It stands up well. If there's a forest fire, the sparks aren't going to burn through your duroid roof. Cedar shake roof, I would never put on. Most new homes here are made with bricks in the UK. In central London are hundreds of years old. They were initially built. That's like in southern Italy too. A lot of stone buildings, right? Stone structures. Just amazing. Those things are still standing. They stand forever unless you get a bad earthquake. If you get a bad earthquake, well, they're probably just going to crumble. I think a wooden structure has more flex to it, right? And since we are in an earthquake zone here, knock on wood, I was born and raised here, and I've been through a few little tremors. I'm not going to say, I think the worst one I've ever felt was probably a 5.6. 5.6, and it was enough to make things sway a little bit, but it didn't damage anything here. So I've never seen any bad earthquakes here since I was born. That was 1964, a long time ago. But there have been tsunamis too on the far west coast, but not going to affect us here in the Gulf Islands, right? Anyway, I'm going to go back on to 375 and see if there's Minnesota coming in. Let's see if we can talk. $791 Gulf Islands North Pacific. 791 Gulf Islands North Pacific QSX. We're waving at you out there, man. This is 791 Gulf Islands North Pacific. We're on the side. Yeah, 123 Iowa. We're waving at you, buddy. 123 Iowa. Sounding Q5 up here, as usual, on the Gulf Islands. Those are the way to go, man. I love the vintage radios. You can't go wrong with them. I run a lot of vintage radios myself. Right now I'm on an RCI 2980, but I often use my old TRC 458. It still works as good as the day I bought it in 1978. All right there, 123 Iowa. Cheers to you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's pretty noisy on this side. Have a good day, my friend. 791 Gulf Islands on the side. 324 North Carolina. We're waving at you. I think you said 324 North Carolina. 791 waving right back. Have a good one down there, 324. It's a real noisy one up here, but you did break through the train wreck. North Carolina, have a good day, my friend. 791 on the site. '73 is right back to you guys. Are sounding good up here, slamming into the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. 791 on the site. We're waving back at you, man. We didn't get your number, but we hear you coming back to us. It's extremely noisy here. 791 waving from the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
The band is open outside open now.
Have a good one out there, buddy. Cheers and beers. 791 on the site. What a noisy channel, huh? I gotta run. Horsefly, another night outdoor dashing with half side money does. Oh, right on. My buddy used to do, or not my buddy, my son used to do that. I gotta run another night outdoor dashing with the better half for side. That's smart job. My youngest son did that when he was in Victoria. He did it for a couple of years and he made a lot of freaking cash. Good for you, 968. That's the way to do it, bro. Drive safely out there and have fun. Thanks for tuning in. 968 Horsefly. Always a pleasure, my friend. Have a good weekend, what's left of it, and we'll see you next live gate. We only have ever had one quake, CB Punisher. Ever felt 8 years ago was very small but scary. Yeah. What keeps me from moving to Alaska? There was a big quake in Alaska on March 28th, 1964, one day before I was born. I was born March 29th, Easter Sunday, 1964, and that quake was a 9.6, I believe, in Anchorage. You can look at the videos, go to YouTube, and look at the big earthquake in 1964, Alaska, Anchorage. It is unbelievable what the damage it caused. It caused a tsunami down here on our coast off of Vancouver Island in Port Alberni. And Port Alberni is kind of like the saltwater inlet that goes quite a ways in from the open ocean. And it caused the tsunami to go right up Port Alberni Inlet. And I think people died, and it washed away some houses and threw boats onto the land. And it was bad. So that was March 28th, 1964, caused by the Alaska earthquake. The worst on record here is UK is a 6 in 1931, 6.1. But still pretty good. That's harsh. Joe, do you get those big halibut? Oh, yeah. CB Punisher, lots of fishing up here. Oh, you know what we did yesterday? Wendy and I were on the Big Island. When I say Big Island, Vancouver Island. We had to go to Victoria. She had to pick up some eyeglasses. So we stopped off at Goldstream Park, and there's a Goldstream runs from the ocean. It's a creek, river, inland. Salmon are spawning. The stream was full of huge salmon spawning. So she shot a really good video, and she's still got to upload that to her YouTube channel. Maybe I'll upload that when I'm done here. And there's halibut, there's cod, lingcod, lots of salmon, prawns, crab, scallops, oysters, and mussels, you name it, man. We got it up here. The ocean is full of stuff. We have the small flounder. Oh yeah, we have flounder too, but we have big halibut. Some of those halibut are like, couple 100 pounds or more. The big ones, right? The biggest one I caught was 19-pound halibut when I was out the west coast of Vancouver Island about, I'm going to say 10 years ago. I pulled in a 19-pound halibut, and then I caught in a bunch of black cod. Yeah, so the 19-pounder was a really nice fish. I love halibut. Halibut's good. We can catch flounder off the dock here down the road. We just walk out to the pier, and you catch lemon sole. There's flounder out there, lemon sole, whatever you want to call it. And there's mud shark out there. Used to take the kids fishing for mud shark, and I'd throw those mud shark back. A lot of people kill them and throw them back. I don't do stuff like that. I'd catch them, bring them out to the dock. Kids like to check out the mud shark and throw them back. All white meat. Yeah, all white meat. Really good. Same with cod. But halibut, I think that's one of my favorite. I love halibut. And I love sockeye salmon, spring salmon. Really good. And also steelhead. I ate some steelhead a month ago. Fresh steelhead. Oh, steelhead's really, really good. So lots of fish out here. There's fishing charters on our island that'll take you out there. And not last summer, but the summer before, so 2022, we went out on a fishing charter, me and a few other guys, and we caught 2 pink salmon, and we put them right on the barbecue. There's tuna too. There's tuna off our coast of the west coast, about 50 to 80 miles out. You can catch albacore tuna. And we have tuna boats here on Salt Spring Island called Pacific Prowler. Big tuna fishing boat goes out there when they're in season and goes into the blue water. The blue water is a tropical water off our coast where the tropical things, you'll find tuna in there. And that's where the tuna go in the blue water. So the fishing boat, as close as they'll come in, is about 50 miles. Usually they're 80 miles or so out off our coast, and they catch the tuna, and then they flash freeze them. So they'll catch them on hooks. They flash freeze them on the boat. The big tuna boat comes in. I got videos on my other YouTube channel of the tuna buying it off the boat. So if you go to Banana JSSI, you can see me at the tuna boat buying fresh tuna. And there's a sign out they have in town, fresh tuna on the docks. And also prawns, lots of prawns you can buy here too, fresh prawns. And lots of, yeah, so there's tuna here off our coast. Flounder makes a great chicken par. Oh, I bet. I love flounder. That's a big dish with Italians in Long Island. And I'm Italian and I like that stuff. Hey, did you hear the news that came out? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Buffy St. Marie. I never really was much into her music, but Buffy St. Marie claims she was a Cree Native Indian born in Saskatoon, Canada, back in 1940 or 41. And she's been fooling us all these years. Apparently, she's Italian and she was born in Massachusetts. So she's pulled the wool over her eyes for about 60 years now. And it just came out the other day. It's all over the news now. So Buffy St. Marie, she won a Juno Award. She's won on one of the Canadian stamps. She said she claims she was adopted. It's all bunk, man. She made all this crap up. Unbelievable. This is a really famous kind of native folk singer. She claimed to be native. She claimed to be Cree. And she's not even Cree. She's Italian. She was born in Massachusetts. And she's even won a Juno Award for it. That is just unbelievable. Somebody could make up that big lie. So look that one up, Buffy St. Marie. She actually performed here on Salt Spring Island last year, but it's not really my music. I don't even really know any of her hit songs. I'm more of a freaking headbanger myself. But I did listen to her summer stuff, and it's actually good music. But imagine to pull the wool over her eyes for 6 decades and get away with it. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That's not very good, man. The Sopranos had an episode about that. The crying Indian was Italian mafia guys fighting the Indians over Columbia's Day Parade. Really? Sopranos. My wife loved The Sopranos. See, my wife loved gangsta / mafia movies. My wife absolutely loves that stuff, right? And I don't want to brag about this. My family, being from Reggio Calabria, does have connections, small time mafioso. So my relatives own the Penthouse Cabaret in Vancouver, British Columbia. They've owned it since 1940, I think 47 or 48. And there's been a lot of dealings. I mean, it used to be in the news a lot back in the 70s and early 80s, drugs and prostitution and stuff like that. But Sammy Davis Jr. and Frank Sinatra and a lot of famous people used to visit the Penthouse Cabaret on Seymour Street in downtown Vancouver. You can Google it, Joe Filipponi and the Penthouse Cabaret in Vancouver. So Joe Filipponi was my dad's uncle. He was my dad's uncle, Joe Filipponi. And he's gone. He got shot in the cabaret in 1983, November 1983. Somebody shot him assassination style in the head while they're trying to rob him. Right. So Joe was gone, but his brother Ross and I were pallbearers at my dad's younger sister funeral in 2002. They're all gone now, but the cabaret still lives on, and I believe his son Danny Filipponi runs the cabaret now. The Penthouse Cabaret. It's stripper. It's a strip joint nightclub in Vancouver. So there you go. Have you seen Old Dads on Netflix? Funny, came out last week. Anyway, later, Joe, get to work. Got to get back to work. Hey, have a good one there, CB Punisher. What's it called? Old Dads. I better write that down because Wendy might want to watch that. Old Dads. So is that a mafia movie? Wendy loves that stuff. But Sopranos, Goodfellas, and all that stuff. Oh yeah, Wendy's into it. And Wendy's Scottish Irish, right? She was born in Wendy was born in Calgary. She moved to the coast here when she was 10 or 9. She moved here when she was 9 in 1969, a long time ago. Anyway, buddy, cheers to you, and have a good one. And thank you for joining in the live stream. I'm going to go for a few more minutes, then I'm going to pull the plug. I have some things to do outside. I need to get some stuff done, and maybe I'm going to upload Wendy's video. What firearms do I have? I have a pellet gun. I have a Ruger 2210 bolt action, but it reloads by itself with a Vortex scope, and a pump action Churchill 612 12 gauge, right? So I have a few here, and I do have my pal. They're totally legal. I took my course. Everything I have is totally legal. I have actually a firearms PAL, possession acquisition license. You actually have to have that here in Canada. So I took a course. I wrote a test, did a hands-on test, and I did a written test, and I passed. And I got my PAL. It's good for 5 years, and then you got to renew it, right? So that's what we have here. You're allowed to have handguns as long as you have your restricted permit. Handguns are totally legal here in Canada, but he banned them from buying them. You can't buy them anymore at a sports shop. That's what the dictator did of Canada, the tyrant. But I don't want to get into the dictator because I'm hoping he will be gone soon. Hopefully he steps down. Hopefully he resigns and somebody better comes in. I sure hope somebody better comes in. Anybody can be better than him, right? So, yeah, I've been to the Rod and Gun Club. It's great. It's all safe and fun. And, yes, you have to respect firearms. I like them, and there's nothing wrong with having them, right? You know what I mean? They think they're going to save Canada by banning these handguns, but the criminals will always have them, right? Anyway, guys, I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to roll. I appreciate you guys joining in the live stream. I've made it to 111, 111, which is a good number. So we're going to say cheers and beers and 73s till next time. Have a great night, and maybe I'll do one on Banana JSSI. That'll be my next live stream. Catch y'all later. Bye for now. Enjoy the weekend.